Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train World 6 video. You join us in the Cross Country Voyager here at Wilmslow, which does mean we are on the Manchester Airport commuter route, another route we can now drive the Voyager on. So let's hop in, we are basically ready to leave, so let's get the doors shut. We're going to be calling at just Stockport and Manchester Piccadilly, so it doesn't take long to get up to Manchester. There we go, so that to forward. It's been a little while since I've driven this route, so hopefully we'll be okay. And let's go. We're off. And also, as part of the last update, you can also now drive this train on the Cross City line on the Class 170 timetable. And it actually does do the full Cross City line, apart from down to Redditch. You can drive it from Lichfield, Trent Valley to New Street. There's like 3 or 4 services which do that, empty and in passenger service, and then most of them are just New Street to Bromsgrove. So you can drive it on that route and also on this route. On this route, 90% of them, or 99% of them, are Stockport to Manchester, but a couple of the peak time ones go via Wilmslow. So if you've been playing Birmingham to Crewe, you'll know most of them go via Stoke, which then joins up at Stockport. Cool. I'll get a little brake test. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Zoom ahead. So yeah, we'll run it on this route today, and probably tomorrow we'll do it on the Cross City line. Which would be quite nice to run it on the Cross City line up to Lichfield, Trent Valley, but like those services are like middle of the night, so not really ideal. Maybe at some point though. Was it 110 here? I think it's 110. Well, I think it's 110. I haven't seen the speed board. Here's Handful, I think this one is. A little bit of horn as we pass through here. Yeah, I don't think this gets up to 125 along here. I think it's 110. I could be wrong in thinking that, but we'll go up to 110 and, well, see at that. If we make it up to that speed. Then you've got Cheadle Hulme, which is the next station along. Which is where I think the line from Hazel Grove joins up. We've got double yellow, that's me. Oh, we've got to slow down. Alright, let's put that down. So I doubt we will get up to line speed. Yeah, nice to have the Voyager on yet another route, because when Train World 6, or when everything released Riviera, this came back, there were some services, I think on Xbox and PC, which you could drive on Manchester Airport Commuter. They weren't meant to be there, but they sort of snuck through. But now to have it sort of officially in is good. So you can now drive the Voyager on 4 different routes: Riviera Line, Cross City, the 170 timetable, well, yeah, Cross City with the 170 timetable, Birmingham Crewe, Riviera Line, and Manchester Airport Commuter. So it's getting some good usage. Just waiting to see it on the 5 Circle line, if they would do that at some point. And I think on the Midland Main Line as well, it could run on there. So lots of different other places we could see the Voyager. So it basically runs everywhere. I'd assume we're probably waiting for a train coming up the branch here. I think I can see the next signal. I think it's at the end of the platform. I think it's the platform starter at Cheadle Hulme. potentially. Yeah, and I think it's a double yellow. Well, from a distance it looks like a yellow. Yeah, certainly not red. Oh, this is Cheadle Hume, so we're probably following a slower train, a stopper. Oh, green now, so even better. It's not too much further to Stockport, and then from there it's about, what, 10 minutes over to Manchester. So yeah, it doesn't take long. And all of the Voyager services just stay on the mainline part of this route. None of them go onto the style line. All just on this bit. Got a warning for a 40, although I think that starts quite a way up yet. Again, it's been a while since I've driven this route, so we've just got to hope for the best. Should be alright. The style line's much easier because it's like 75 the whole way along, whereas this line's a bit more, the speed changes quite a bit more. So a green light or green signal. I assume the stopper probably went into the onto the slow line there, potentially. Nice and careful. Being a bit more cautious on this run. Because yeah, this part of the route, Stockport down to Wilmslow, just not great with, well, not the best with. One bit which I'm dodgy with. Cool. Does it come down to 35 or so? Does it stay at 40? No, it's 35 there, but oh, there you go, announcements. There you go, there's the. I'm pretty certain I have turned off the announcements for the Voyager, as they wouldn't actually have them in real life. But for some reason it still comes on. So there are only 4 coaches on this. Well, there's the train we were following, I'd imagine, just there. Cool. And on this route we did actually have stop markers for the Voyager. Whether we have to go and stop at them, as they might be for the long sets. Right, I'm just going to stop on the 4. That'll do.
This is Stockport. This is a cross country service.
Well, that's noisy, but yeah, here's Stockport. Piccadilly only. Yeah, I think down the end here you've got like Voyager markers. Yeah, that's the 10 coach. That's if you're doing more of a 2-2-1 run. And we've got 5 minutes here, so we might as well go for a little run around. Let's put the DRA on. Why is that gone all funny? Take the key off as well. No, not. Oh god, we've gone to emergency. Great. I don't think that bug's still a thing. Hopefully not. Yeah. Hang on, why is that not opened? Maybe a fault with the door, maybe. Get that open. Just turn that down a bit. There's the 323 over here. Also to Manchester. What time's that one leave? 8. Oh, we leave at the same time. It's gonna be like a race. Yeah, this route's awesome though. This one's by Alan Thompson Simulator. They do make some pretty good routes. Weird toilet signs there. So which one's the men's? I suppose that's the ladies, but where are the gents? So it says they're in there as well. Must be these ones here, I guess. There's us there, the Voyager. Would be cool if there was like a skip time option, wouldn't there? I know on PC I think you could speed up time, like a mod. Saves waiting around. In fact, I shall be back when we're ready to go. Well, I think it's almost time now. See the other train there leaving. That was meant to be 14 past, but that one's gone early. Although I suppose in a way it probably has gone on time. If the door shut 30 seconds before departure. And one thing to note, this route does have platform announcements as well. Which we might hear, maybe not. But yeah, it does have platform announcements. So there was a cross-country service going into Paynton over on the other side. So it listed all of the stations to Paynton. Let's get the key back on. Yeah, so you've got platform announcements on here and on train announcements. For the Voyager, not sure if the 323 has announcements. Although the platforms do have announcements. Right, let's get the doors shut. Get that off. 25 out of here. You can just about hear an announcement. Already gone. Ready to leave, yes.
The next station is
Yeah.
Manchester Piccadilly.
There we go.
This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
Cool, we're off. We are out of there. So 25 miles an hour. And we'll be going past Heaton Chapel, I think it is. Heaton Chapel and Levenshulme. It's the funny one, Levenshulme. We go past that. So we're on Stockport Viaduct. Let's get a shot of this. Just a sort of simplest shot. There you can see the X-Virgin cross-country livery there. Little badge. Bit of rotation to it. Because why not? Need to get it with like a 3-2-3, that would be good. And we might overtake the other one when we get a shot of that. Just to emphasise that we are on this route. Actually ever put the blind down on this train? Can you put it down? Oh, you can, yeah. There we go. If you wanted to. Can't just remember the last time I used a blind on this game. Like, sometimes you generally do need it for when the sun's blazing, you know, right in front of you, but not to use it for ages. So 90 miles an hour and comes down to 75 after Levenshulme, then I think down to 60, then like 45, 40, and then 20 or so into Piccadilly. Something like that. Here's Heaton Chapel. This used to be where you had the massive ballast mountain in the middle of the track. But that has now been removed, fortunately. Oh, the coupler's disappeared. Brilliant. What? It's still gone. Where's the coupler? It's like great. I feel like it's going to disappear. I just want to get a shot here. Maybe another one as well. Don't disappear. There we go. That will do. Come back down. Yeah, it's a good route if you don't have this one. The Manchester Airport commuter from Piccadilly to to Alderley Edge goes via Manchester Airport or via Stockport. So you get like two different lines. You get the Style line and sort of this, which is part of the West Coast Main Line into Manchester. Sort of splits off at Crewe and sort of comes up to Manchester. But we're just missing that one bit from Alderley Edge to Crewe. We need to see that. Hopefully this route gets extended to Crewe. Because I think that was probably the original idea of the route, because the file name on PlayStation is Crewe to Manchester. So I'd love to see this route extended to Crewe, just so we get that gap from Alderley Edge to Crewe, which I think is about 17 miles or so. Just to see that gap filled, and you could do a full Birmingham up to Manchester. That would be cool. And then eventually, if they do Birmingham to Milton Keynes, you can then do a massive run. I feel like we're going to see the West Coast Main Line completed relatively soon. Oh my god, what the hell? That was 75, right? That's 75 across there. That's a track defect. Hang on, we're just going to have a look at that. That felt really unsafe. And we've been across that quite a few times, but in the Voyager you really feel that. Look at that, that looks a bit tight. This little curve here, that's 75 miles an hour across here. I had to double check because that felt a bit much. Yeah, 75 there. Surely that's smoother, that looks quite like tight. That can't be right, can it? Really? Or was that meant to come down there? That looks tight for 75. That was uncomfortably fast. Anyway, it does come down to 60 fairly soon. Yeah, but I feel like Train Sim Mod 6, within Train Sim Mod 6 we might see we might be able to, hopefully we'll get Birmingham to Milton Keynes. I feel like we're going to see that. It feels like we would see that. Just so we can then do, a full run. Maybe Alderley Edge to Crewe. Fingers crossed. I think the West Coast Main Line probably will be the first main line we see fully complete in Train Sim World. Because the ECML is still way behind. The only bit of that we have is Doncaster to Peterborough. The 350 getting past us. Cheeky. That's meant to be a TPE service, Trans-Pennine Express. Right, it does come down to 40 relatively soon. We probably have slowed down a bit early. But again, not driven this route for a little while, so I don't want to be speeding. But a nice run, so thanks all for coming in. And yeah, we'll do this on the Cross City line. Probably tomorrow. And then go back to 5 Circle. But yeah, update came out yesterday. You can now run this on Manchester Airport Commuter and on the Cross City 170 timetable. So go give it a go. As we come up to Piccadilly, platform 10. I'll slow down to 15 or so. You want to be going that speed anyway, up to buffers. There's a 15 mile per hour speed limit as well, so we've got to slow down anyway. I think there were lighting improvements made to this route as well. I know there's a lot more clutter as well. Whether that was there before. So we're coming across again. Not learnt the platform numbers here. Well, I think that's is that 13 and 14, those ones there, over sort of the far side. Because they're the through lines, they go through to Manchester Oxford Road. That's TFW service. I thought that was floating gantries then. But no, look, they're actually like suspended from the ceiling. That's pretty cool. Yeah, not actually ever clocked that. Yeah, they're suspended from the ceiling, the OHLE. That's better than having it blocking the platforms. Here we are. This is Manchester Piccadilly. Well, that is going to be everybody for today's Train Sim World 6 video. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. Links, usual places, Discord, PayPal, merch store. Yeah, not too bad at all. Apart from that, thanks all for watching, and I hope we'll see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.